Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have fixed the issue with trees on top of trees. That was not last episode, that was just a thing I said I'd do at the end of the last episode. Anyhow, last episode I made biomes, so we are currently in a forest biome. You can see a mountain biome over there, and there's a desert biome over this way that I can now go over to. Today, what I will be working on is making the furnace functional. So a couple of episodes ago, I created a furnace, and yeah, so that was a thing, but it doesn't do anything. So I'll make the furnace do things. Let's get started. Well, here we are, and it is like 6 days after I recorded that intro. I finally um, got something I think will work. I haven't even tested it yet, so um, I can show you in the chunk script. I made a furnace class, which what this is, it's just like a script, except um, it's not for attaching to a game object, so it just kind of exists, and you can create it and destroy it as you need and reference it, but it's not on an object. So there's going to be, every chunk is going to have a three-dimensional array of furnaces, which I have here. And whenever the player creates a furnace, then it's going to create an object of that type. So, check, what is it? Check for functional blocks to create method is where you place it. When you place an object or place a block, and that's going to then, if it's type 17, then it's going to add a furnace. That's doing that. Oh, another thing I did in those 6 days, or I cleaned up the code a lot, so now it's a lot easier for me to read. Still some work to do on that, but it's much better already. So then most of it's in the inventory. So I've got these two things in here for the furnace. They're basically like what I did for the other UI items, the crafting and stuff, and then yeah. So if the furnace is active, then it's gonna. And this is when you press the craft button. If the furnace is active, then it's going to it should smelt things. So the furnace is different than all um the other crafting because it takes time to do, and I want you to still be able to click away from the furnace while it's still running and have it still run. So that was a lot of extra work to create it to do that, but I think it might be working. Or it should be working, though I doubt it will actually be working. But here we go. This is going to be our first test. Okay, here is the ultimate test. When I press the E button, it will open the inventory, and hopefully it will have the furnace stuff open. It doesn't. Are you serious? Okay, well, hopefully when I... Wait a second. Something is off. You can move the inventory around, just like... What? Okay, that's weird. Now if you open it here, can you do that? No, you can't. So something is very... Oh, I see. Hmm, very strange. Can't do it there either. Okay, so I gotta fix the inventory opening when you um open a furnace now. Okay, so after a bunch of work, I think I have it so that the inventory opens correctly. So I'm going to grab the necessary materials to make a furnace, and then I will see you guys after that, and we'll see if it works. Okay, we got our furnace here. Just to click E, see if it. Okay, there we go. So we have this fuel thing here. So the way I arrange the code, it's not going to actually show the kind of fuel. It's just going to increment a number here. So that's going to turn into a number, and then this is what you're actually smelting there. So so yeah, let's see if it works. So we know there's an actual connection between the inventory here and the furnace. If this, when I put this piece of coal in the fuel slot, if it works and puts a number there, so let's see if it works. Okay, kind of. So you can like keep filling it up. Okay, so we only have so much fuel there. That puts it there though, which is interesting. So that shouldn't work. But then if you put iron in there, that doesn't work. Okay, so it does kind of work. Let's see what it does. Okay, well, so we know that it kind of works and it opens and stuff happens. I don't know if it actually does anything or can't smelt things yet because we can't put the iron in if it needs. Um, Now, it's another huge step. If I open up again, and there's still a lot of coal in there. So let's go. Okay, there's still coal in the, there's still coal in it. So it's not actually doing anything, which is bad, but it is working. So I'll try to figure out now why it's not, why, first, why that's putting it there, and then also, oh, actually, that might be all I need to do. Anyhow, I'll check in with you after I fix that so it puts iron, so it doesn't put the coal in there. Okay, so I was doing some testing like immediately, and I discovered that it kind of actually does work a lot better than I anticipated. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna show you, see if I can get it to work again. It still doesn't work perfectly because I haven't really made any changes to the code, but let's create a furnace. Um, go in the corner, and then okay, so you have this. Let's put this in first. There you go. Okay, so it does. I really made no changes here, but that does work. Then put that in there. Yeah, I guess you can just keep. I'll just put. I got a bunch of coal, so you put all the coal in there, and then do it. Wait 2 seconds. Bam. We have an ingot. And then you can just close it. Do something on the crafting table, for instance. Let's actually, this will be a good thing to test. So I will. Oh, I was glad I tested that. So we need to turn these off when so we need to make this go away when we need to do something else in the inventory. So I will I'll do that. But then let's see like back in here. So it only does it one time. So I think all I need to do is essentially just make it so it updates the amount of fuel, and also yeah, you can't pick these up. I don't think, yeah, you can't really do. They kind of just disappear there, I guess. So I'll make those work better, and I'm going to make this update the amount of fuel you have, and also make it do the amount smelt the number of times you of this thing you have in there of the input type. So it's pretty close, just doesn't work perfectly yet. So I will get to that. Actually, first, I spent too much time building this little area for fun to not show you it. Um, so yeah, it's basically just planks on the walls and floor and ceiling and a big tunnel. So anyhow, there's that. Now I'll get into fixing the furnace. Okay, made some more changes. Here's our furnace. I'm gonna open it, see what happens. Okay, so now I have a count for the number um, irons you put into it, which doesn't exactly work perfectly. But then we have this. You can keep putting all of your. I guess I only had 2 irons, so this should smelt down 2 irons. Wonderful. It doesn't quite work, but we are making progress. Okay, more adjustments. Let's see how it goes. So I'll put that in there. 2. It's weird. Just puts 2 in. So I guess I only got 2. I don't know. That puts 2, 4. Okay, I guess I only got 2 of this as well. Let's see. How does it work? Bam. Nice. Okay. Now you can. Now you can't. Okay. Okay. Well, didn't really change much, unfortunately. Did I save my work? I did. Okay, well, I'll try to figure that out. Okay, this is hopefully the final test I will have to do. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Test it. E. Okay, it opens up, has a count for the number of input items and for the amount of fuel you have. So let's see, you can put iron in. Oh, there's two fuel per coal you put in there. So I can just put all my coal in, 18, nice. I got 9 coals, I guess. So it's coal, the fuel value for a coal is 2. Interesting, that's not quite working. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I guess it just didn't register click quite right. Okay, well, there's that. Now I'm going to test the smelt thing. Here we go. 2. Bam, ironing it, it counts it down 1. Nice, it's still counting down. I can escape, go somewhere else, open that up, open the crafting table. Nice, close that, and then I can go back here and look at what this progress it's making. So that is really good. Everything's smelted now. I will now take this, and I can put it somewhere else. Say I put this is the iron ingot art I made. And then like you can go over here, look at this, and you can just throw iron ingots on the ground. Look at that. So yeah, I've got those. I think the next thing is, you know what? I will make iron tools in a future episode. So for now, this is it. I have a working furnace. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you later.